Special event alert.
All right, so we're going to do an auction game again. But we're going to do military movie props auction. And this was a hell of a thing to put together. I had to make a fake account so I could see prices and stuff. Well, not a fake account, but I was like, you know how it is when you make an account just to see something and you're like, oh God, I'm going to get fucking emails forever from this thing. So,
kudos to your hard work, brother.
I thank you. All for your entertainment.
Hey.
I use primarily one site for this. I think there was one other thing that came up, but it's hard, man. It's hard to track down these things for military movie props, right? Oh, excuse me. So, what you're gonna do? You're gonna try to guess the winning bid. There's a range there, and I try to feed you some information.
Is it Price is Right rules where you can't go over, or is it?
You can go over, you can go under, because I am going to track how far off over or under you are from the price.
All right.
So that difference in price will be added to your total. By the end of the game, the lowest total wins.
I like it.
All right.
We're getting highly technical here, brother.
Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah.
Next thing you know, he'll have like a scrolling counter over here somewhere.
I did make a spreadsheet with formulas in it, so I know, right? All right, gentlemen, you ready? And this goes.
Did you ask the paperclip to help you out on that formula?
I did not, because the paperclip was like negative value, absolute value. What? I can't know what you're talking about. No, you son of a bitch. Piece of shit.
Oh, shit.
I think that was the chromosome from Jurassic Park. That was the voice.
That's dinosaur DNA.
Oh, my God.
Okay, I'll try to give you some hints, right? Now, there's a range on each one of these things.
Yep.
They're very rarely were they ever in the range. They were always above the range. But you got to derive from the descriptions how far above the range they were, right? Okay, so let's start it up. So the first item is War Daddy's helmet from Fury.
Hey, now.
All right. And this was a metal M1 helmet. All right. So this wasn't like a replica or anything like that. So this was the helmet that Brad Pitt wore.
Leather
right?
strapping. Okay.
And the range was when they started the auction was between 3,000 to 6,000. Now, like I said, every one of these items is above the range. But how much above the range?
Oh,
all right.
Man. I thought you were saying the range was it's in between. This is the range that it went for.
I know. I did balk at that, and I'm like, Jake's gonna be really mad at that because that's just a wild card now. It can be anything.
Yeah, that's freaking anything.
And on our last item, it is everything. It is anything.
Oh, this is gonna get good.
All right. So War Daddy's Brad Pitt's helmet from Fury. All right.
That's a good one.
Estimate 3,000 to 6,000. What do you think the winning bid was? Eric, you can go first on this one.
All right.
Since you've studied.
I like the brown plastic insert.
And you get the goggles with it too. Yeah,
leather strapping.
Right.
It was intentionally distressed.
Oh.
Yes.
So could have been. So I'm thinking it's not going to be too much more. I'm going to go $6,800.
Oh, okay.
$741. Purely on a whim.
Wait, so $741?
7,000.
Oh,
there we go.
7,041.
All
right.
Yep.
So the actual price or the winning bid was, come on, $6,250. God damn it!
Definitely. Marty was saying it was way over the estimate.
It was my whole description of it.
Well, that's not bad though.
through it.
Look at that. You were 550 away, Eric, and Jake. You were 791. That's not bad. All right. The next item is Kirk Lazarus's helmet. Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder.
And glasses, right?
And the glasses and the dog tags and the camel stick.
And that's a genuine helmet.
Yeah, and the Black Power written on the side. So Robert Downey Jr.'s helmet from Tropic Thunder, the estimate was 3,000 to 6,000, or 3,800 to 6,000. So
That's included.
Jake, you're first on this one.
It's kind of a comedy movie, right? So that's kind of
But
but I don't.
But his
I don't
role
know
was so
how that
iconic,
affected
though, right?
It was very iconic.
Wow, this one's
I'll go
tough.
6,852.
It's very exacting. I like it.
All right. So because Robert Downey Jr. wore it, that's a little lower or higher than Brad Pitt. I'm not sure.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
My top
the
10.
Actor.
That's lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm gonna go 6,350.
It's not very much different than Jake's, but
No, I think it's going to be in that realm too.
all right. Robert Downey Jr.'s helmet from Tropic Thunder went for 10,118. I told you, don't be a slave to that estimate. $10,000 somebody paid for Robert Downey Jr.'s helmet.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, that's
you guys are
cool though.
Yeah,
you guys are still pretty close. And, it was
yeah,
funny. I was watching those reaction videos, and they had somebody did a big compilation just to that scene where he's talking to Ben Stiller about going full retard.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen that scene in a long time. And he said retard so many times. It was hilarious.
So good.
And he was like, Champagne, Sam, full retard. Got nothing. Got any awards. Like, God, it was so fun. All right, next item.
Wow.
Ooh.
Private James Ryan's helmet from Saving Private Ryan.
So
right now, this one is just a fiberglass exterior, but it is the one they used in the movie, or they've used it at certain points in the movie. The estimate is $7,500 to $10,000. $10,000.
The movie was iconic. Matt Damon wore it, so I get that part.
Yeah,
that's pretty big. Plus, wasn't he part of Easy Company too from the Band of Brothers?
He was, and that spade was so iconic for that.
Easy
right.
Company,
and they had different views, and they had the orange in the back, and all the right markings for Band of Brothers. Yeah,
I'm gonna go 13,500.
13,500. Okay, Jake.
12,608.
That 8's going to put you over the top.
All right, bold move, Cotton. Let's see. Private Ryan's helmet sold for $14,229.
Wow,
that 8 got me.
Oh yeah. Let's see. So Eric's got a little bit of a lead of about $1,000 on you. So, but don't worry, we're moving into the metal rounds here. These ones they're gonna piss you off for one because you're like, what?
I'm pretty sure I got smashed at this game last time we played it. Didn't I?
Did.
Yeah, I think
nice.
Teapot actually did better than you on this.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, next one. Oh, Painless. The minigun from Predator. Yeah. All right. Now, the important thing to note, they have an estimate here of 2,000 to 4,000. It doesn't shoot, but it is a titanium replica, complete with electronics that spin those barrels. So it's a full-size thing. Because you can see down at the bottom, contains electronics and electronic devices. So they worked it all up. Now it doesn't fire, but it's a working model of old painless that Jesse Ventura
Old
carried.
painless.
So are we more in the 5 digits area?
Do not be suckered in by that estimate 2,000 to 4,000.
Oh.
Yes, it's 5 digits. Well, close to 5 digits.
What the hell?
I just
What the
screwed you into
hell?
that one.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. You still got to. I mean, with your crazy dollar amount bidding, you never know what's going to happen. But it is your bid, Jake.
Oh, I'm going 9,418.
Jeez. It's like writing a check when somebody says a number. You're just trying to write the number out, and I'm like, oh, good. How do I write that?
I'm going to start doing it like 94, 1, 86.
When was the last time you wrote a check? I wrote a check the other day because I can't transfer to this other bank, and I jacked it all up. I had to void it, and I was like, oh, God,
No.
I totally screwed the number up.
Nice.
What do you got, Eric?
Oh, man. So close to 5 digits. It's going to be 9,995.
Oh, that sounds like a lotto pick kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I did give this one away. So the winning bid was 9,375.
Jake, I think rocked that one.
Well, you got it a little bit closer to you on that
Yeah.
one. So, holy shit! Look, you want to know what the totals are after 4 items? Eric,
yeah.
you have 11,085, and Jake, you have 11,360.
Hey.
I know.
That's close.
All right, no more hints. No more hints on this.
Come
Right?
on, Marty. I'll trick you into it.
Saving Private
okay.
Ryan,
Let's get the
Captain Miller's
Tommy
Thompson
gun.
submachine gun. Now you got to read this description. All right, the estimate. It's. I don't think it shoots. They disabled it somehow. Probably took the bolt out. But the estimate is 7,500 to 10,000 for Captain Miller's Thompson submachine gun. However, it's the real thing that he carried, and you can read in that description.
That's Tom Hanks, right?
Right. Tom Hanks selected that one out of the costume department, labeled it as A13, wrote it on the stock. So it's all replica stuff, except it doesn't shoot, right?
There is scratching and scuffing all over the weapon, most notably on the wooden section.
Yeah, to make it real.
Distressed. I think this is going to go for quite a bit, man.
Yeah, you're up, Eric.
I think let's go 14,800.
Okay. 14,800.
I should have just said 15, but 14,800's close.
Well, you never know, though. I mean, you're usually really good at these, Eric.
Yeah, is it
You're
higher or
leading right
lower
now,
than
so,
yours?
you know. What do you think, Jake?
I'm going 15.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Should have stuck with my gut.
15,500.
15,500. 01.
Oh, what?
Oh,
All right.
508.
The winning bid of Captain Miller's Thompson submachine gun was $20,000. $20,553.
wow. I wouldn't have thought that
Dang.
much.
I know.
Holy shit.
Now remember, these last few items are going to go way beyond what you think they're going to be. Jake, he made a little run there.
I think he took over.
Now you're at 27,303, Eric. Jake, you're at 27,730. So
Close.
a little less than
Catching up to you.
$400.
Okay.
All right. Sergeant John J. Rambo and his knife, his survival knife. But
44K.
Are you
but
serious?
if you read the description, this legendary knife maker, Jimmy Lyle, right, really made this knife. So it's and you know how knives are overpriced anyway. I mean, if you want a quality knife, go get a Benchmade knife. You ever look at the price of a Benchmade?
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
well, that's $200 more than I would ever pay for a knife. So this is a real knife maker made this thing for his second movie, where he got let out of prison to go get the Vietnam vets back.
Is believed to be the lowest number ever offered public sale. I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Sharpens
So the
flame.
estimate of Rambo's First Blood Part 2 survival knife is $31,000 to $44,000. All right.
Woo!
So let that weigh into your decision.
Stallone.
You
Big
were
guy.
up. It's a good looking knife, though. I mean, as knives go.
I'm about to lose.
And
big
it has
on this
the
one.
it has the compass and everything in the hilt. You know,
Yeah,
it
the
has all that
sharpening
stuff.
stone.
Right.
63,425.
Okay.
Eric, he didn't balk at the size of that number. So that
No,
makes,
he didn't.
Well, no, don't take my
No,
reaction.
he didn't.
No, I'm trying to poker face it over here. So
You said 68?
63.
63.
you got to make your own mind up, Eric. You can't base it on that. Well,
You got to go
I guess
higher
you
or
can't go
lower.
in
You
second.
think it's
Yeah,
worth
I guess
more or less?
I'm going to say more. I'm going to go 66,000 even.
Some bold swinging for the fences, but I like it. Right? Rambo First Blood Part 2 survival knife sold for $55,337. $55,000 for that knife.
I got smoked again. I thought there were more.
All right, we're going into our last item, and the score. Oh,
He's got me by a lot now.
let's see. The score is
Oh,
not
we're
much. 59,516 for Eric, 58,495. So just about $1,000. Now,
Wow.
I am going
That's
to give
easily
you.
blown out here.
I'm going to give you a heads up on this last item. It is way, way over. All right, the estimate.
Oh.
Maverick Mitchell's fighter pilot helmet. Now,
Pete Mitchell.
if you read that description, this isn't like a plastic recreation. This is a real helmet.
This is the real one.
This is the real deal. Like down to the metal and the glass and everything else with the oxygen mask attached to it.
Oh, no shit.
And the classic Maverick across the top. It's got the Judas Priest symbol on the side, and it's got all the markings. Right? This
is the original Top Gun,
authentic, yeah. Now, the estimate that the auction house put out was $50,000 to $70,000.
Unbelievable, man.
And I am telling you, fair warning, it is six figures. All right? I'll just tell you it's six figures.
The paint job, the fact that it's real, Tom Cruise.
So
man,
iconic, right?
I'm going $125,000.
That is six figures. 125. Jake?
Look at
126.
the price is right.
Did that pay off?
It was a gamble on whether it's more or less than
And
Right.
stay
what
close.
Eric said. That's all. It's a 50-50 shot. I don't have to pick the number. I just have to bet off
That's
Eric.
right. Yeah. Now you're playing. You're playing what you're behind at. Pete Maverick Mitchell's fighter pilot helmet from Top Gun sold for $325,000.
Holy shit.
More than $250,000. Somebody bought that helmet.
Who does that, man?
I don't know.
325?
$325,000.
No way. And it was estimated to go for 70.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is absolutely
Whoever
insane.
did that starting bid place probably got a scolding for that.
oh my
shit
God.
job
Well,
at
and
estimating.
I don't know. It could be a couple of billionaires like battling it out, and it was like, oh yeah, 100, 125, and they just go. And like, my God. So
Never in a million years, 325. Holy
when I
shit.
saw that, I was like, oh my God.
Man.
Wow. I thought
Oh,
125. Eric, I was gonna make a 125 some bullshit. And then I was like, oh, Eric's first.
All right. Final totals. Eric Perrott, 308,369. Jake Wall, 307,902. That last extra $1,000
Only
is
off.
what that pulled you in, because you were what, you were $800 apart, you guys.
Hey, I have a job in VA accounting office.
No, I'm
right
sorry,
now.
you were less
I
than
was-
$500.
I was only off by 300,000. Pretty good.
That's right.
You're showing
VA
improvement.
accounting. Here I come.
Oh,
Your resume is solved right there,
Solved.
man. Bring it in, brother.
GS12 has got you written all over, baby.
Holy cow.
You might come in there and be the star player, and they're like, "Who's this accounting
This
guru?"
guy. Whew.
His numbers are so close.
I'm just like, how much did we pay? How much do we get? Those don't match.
But they're closer than they were last year. So
You're hired.
they did
Only
good
off by
job.
300,000.
They did a good job.
Man, that was good, but it was difficult. That was
I know,
That was a tough
and
one, man.
I
I
was
did
like,
not
I
like
gotta
going
give
first.
clues, because you couldn't just blindly bid on this thing.
that
So
was difficult.
especially that Maverick helmet, I was like, somebody spent $325,000
No
on
way.
that helmet. That's, I mean, would love to have that money, right? I'd love to have that. So.
Crazy money. Whew.
Anyway, that was fun.
Probably some bullshit YouTube podcaster.
Not this one.
You don't see that hanging up on the closet.
Yeah, not all three of us together. You kidding
If I
me?
ever bought that, I would answer the podcast in that.
I would never want to see you in anything. If I ever saw you ride your motorcycle, you'd have to ride with that. You'd have to.
Maverick helmet
It would have to
Yep.
ride in your car. It
Oh,
would
yeah.
have to be everywhere.
Everywhere.
on the
Yeah.
dashboard underneath
Yeah.
the mirror,
Yeah.
hanging on
It's
your mirror.
falling off and shit. Like,
You almost.
reaching and crashing almost.
Oh, man,
You
that's
almost
awesome.
would have to buy a dummy, and he would just have to
My Maverick helmet.
ride with you. He'd have to drive with you.
Put him in a bag.
Goose.
Put him in a flight suit
Goose
bag.
it up, buddy.
Yeah.
320.
I'd have to ride with him for years, and then one day, God,
But even
Crazy.
that Rambo knife was $55,000.
Yeah,
That's
outrageous.
crazy.
$55,000. That's my unsecured debt right now. That was that Rambo knife. I mean, Jesus. That's what I'm trying to pay off. Holy shit.
Oh my goodness.
And come to think of it, I think that's what I got left on my house payment is the Maverick helmet.
That's
I could pay my house off if I had that Maverick helmet. Holy shit.
yeah, you could.
Oh,
Nice, dude.
Man.
All right, gentlemen, it's been a while. So it's time once again to play our movie quiz. And this week, it's all space movies. All right? All space movies. So I'm going to show you 2 movies at a time, and all you have to do is guess which movie had the higher audience score, not the critics, but the audience score, according to Rotten Tomatoes. All right?
Audience versus critics.
Audience.
Last
Well,
time
no,
we
we're not
had
audience
critics.
versus critics. We're just taking audience score.
Audience.
Okay.
Okay, throw critics out. This is strictly which movie had the higher audience score.
Okay.
All right. So first up is these are 2 movies that threatened life on Earth. All right. Yeah.
Is that
So we got Armageddon.
Oh man,
Okay.
no.
Versus Armageddon. Wait. I got some dialogue to read here, I think. Armageddon, 1998. Bruce Willis, Billy Bob Thornton. Right.
Ben Affleck.
Affleck,
Don't
yeah.
forget Ben Affleck.
Well, there was a ton, man.
Yeah,
I'm not going to go
Tyler.
through the whole
Hey,
cast. A
yeah.
good cast.
Tyler.
Actually, a good cast. Versus Independence Day.
Oh,
Will
Ooh.
Smith.
1996 with Will Smith, Bill Pullman. But yeah, Bill Pullman. I thought the best
These
scene
were
in
both-
Independence Day was Will Smith's fiance dancing in the club when she
Right
found
on.
out. And I was like,
Yes.
"Ooh, yeah, she's
Was that Vivica Fox? I think. Yeah.
Well, was it
Vivica
Vivica?
Yeah, it was
yeah,
Vivica
Vivica
Fox.
Fox. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was still when Hooker was still a respectable.
Well, the term was exotic dancer,
exotic
dancer.
dancer. Yeah,
not
exotic
trained.
dancer.
Exotic.
That's right. So, I've also got a score sheet. All right, Jake. So
Oh, my turn.
now,
Man,
we'll
that's
start-
a tough one though.
yeah, we'll start.
Yeah.
Which one outscored the other? All right,
Man.
Eric.
Will Smith and Independence Day, Vivica Fox, little more of a serious kind of epic versus
Sorta,
Armageddon.
kinda.
So I'm going to say Independence Day.
Oh, bold guess. Jake.
I'm going Armageddon because Aerosmith had that song associated in the whole video.
That's true.
You
And-
took what I was
Good
going to say. I hate you.
That
Good
was
call.
Liv Tyler in her prime,
Oh.
you know,
Where's the
crying at the
gazelle?
end.
The gazelle is coming up the
Oh,
Serengeti.
that was so corny. But the
That's
whole
great.
movie was corny, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, one.
So, same point that Jake made. I was going to say, because I remember watching that video on MTV all the time.
That's true.
And then
They played.
And then
the
my
shit out of
sisters
that
had a
song.
huge crush on Ben Affleck. I mean, who didn't? I
Huh?
think I had a crush on him. But
Nice.
it's like, and I was in high school, so all the high school chicks would always talk about Ben Affleck, Matt Damon.
Yeah.
So I would just say, based off just like, you know, the teeny boppers, the music and everything, Armageddon. But I like Independence Day better.
So what's your choice?
Armageddon. No, my choice is my choice, but I'm saying,
All right.
the question
Audience.
was audience. I think they
Okay,
probably went
gotcha.
with Armageddon.
And the scores are 73
Oh,
for
no
Armageddon,
way.
75 for
Eric,
Independence
good
Day.
job.
Yes.
I know, it's interesting, right?
I like how they're in the 70s.
70s. Yeah.
Out of
I mean, they were big at the time, but over time, you're like, it's not the greatest.
It's
I do love the space dementia of Armageddon. So, you know.
oh yeah. Well, I liked when Will Smith punched the alien. Welcome to Earth.
There's such corny parts. It was they were perfectly aligned with each other, right?
The president's speech was pretty good.
That was a
4th of
good
July.
speech. Bill
Independence
Pullman
Day.
had a good speech. Yeah. And Billy Bob was pretty good, serious, as a flight director of Armageddon. So, all right. Next, we have Tom Cruise against Matt Damon.
Oh.
So, Edge of Tomorrow, right? Versus The Martian.
Ooh.
Yeah. I did
Are
this
we-
on purpose.
are we
Make it tough for
rotating?
you guys. Yeah, we're rotating. Jake, you're up.
I'm going with the Martian.
The Martian for Jake.
Yep.
Juan?
I'm taking it.
I'm going with the Martian too.
Oh. Eric?
I'm going with the Martian because the Edge of Tomorrow, with it kept repeating itself.
Yeah.
And I thought people were getting tired of that. I know I was like, Jesus
really?
Christ. Can we
I
go
like-
back to him laying on the ground?
It is hard to figure out a little bit.
I liked it
yeah.
though, honestly.
I did
was a
too.
both
I did
were
too.
good movies to me.
They
I
were.
think the Martian was more entertaining.
You know what? Just for the sake of ridiculousness, I'll go Edge of
It
Tomorrow.
changes your mind.
Damn it, Jake, you're doing that again.
You got to
All right,
have both
Jake.
sides. You got to have a winner and a
That's
loser.
right. Jake changing his vote, and the scores are 90 for Edge of Tomorrow, 91 for The Martian.
I'm
God,
surprised
just
people
barely.
thought that Edge of
Oh, and
Tomorrow
2 for
was that good.
Jake.
You know what? You know what takes away a little bit from The Martian for me? Jessica Chastain. She
Which one was
annoys
she?
the shit out of me.
Which one was she?
She was the commander of the mission.
Oh, on the ship.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she annoys me.
Edge of
Hey,
Tomorrow
was it-
beat out both the last two movies, though.
Oh yeah. I mean, but that's the evolution, I guess, right? So, I mean, Armageddon and Independence Day were kind of like Con Air. You know, it's all in that same kind of just fast and ridiculous, and
Yeah.
and so it was weird.
So,
Okay, you guys ready for a
Matt Damon was
female
also-
battle? You
Matt
ready
Damon
for
was also in Interstellar, right? Now that
who?
Matt Damon, was he in Interstellar too?
Yeah, he was. That's that small part. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
where he
small
was
part,
a
yeah.
crazy man out on the planet by himself. Okay, next one's a battle of female leads: a linguist versus a SETI scientist. So we have Arrival versus Contact.
Oh,
Juanito's first, man.
Arrival
Yeah.
was 2016 with Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner. Contact was 97. I didn't realize it was that old. With Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey.
you know what? All right.
That's right.
Go with Contact.
Yeah. All right, Juan, you're up.
I said Contact.
Oh, Contact? Sorry.
Yeah.
Eric.
I'm going to go with Arrival. Jeremy Renner was coming up to be a big guy.
That's true. Yeah.
You
That's
know,
true.
he was establishing himself. And I thought the plot with Arrival was better than the plot with Contact. Arrival.
Well, I'll save my comments to the end. Jake?
So I've made 0 and 2. So it's really just deciding which one I want to lose a point here. That's all it is. Which one of these guys? I'll go Contact.
Contact it is. And the scores are 82 for Arrival, 78 for Contact.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Juan.
The problem I had with both of these movies is that, like, both of the main characters had something to do with their father. It was like some weird thing, right?
There was
Because
daddy
Jodie
issues.
Foster, like, went out and then, like, saw the alien as her father. And then there was some father thing with Amy Adams, too. And I was like, God, it's so annoying. Both of them are annoying.
Yep, daddy issues.
You see, I thought you were gonna say that they were both female roles, so you were
No.
like disappointed.
Female roles is fine, but when you go into daddy stuff, it's like, ugh.
And once again, Edge of Tomorrow beat out both of these. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
All right, we got
Tom
a
Cruise.
showdown between NASA movies. Not NASA sponsored movies, but
Apollo
movies about
13
NASA.
and
So first is Apollo 13 versus The Right Stuff.
Oh,
If you remember The Right Stuff. Apollo 13, 1995, Tom Hanks, Ed Harris, among others. The Right Stuff, 1984, with Scott Glenn, Ed Harris again, and
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid.
It's my turn, and I'm going Apollo 13. Tom Hanks, the man.
He got a Academy Award for that, didn't he?
Yeah, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
we've
That-
got a
The
problem.
fact that you said that makes me mistrust it.
We got a
He
problem.
did. It was one of it. That was in this string of like Academy Awards or something.
Apollo 13.
Got it, Jake.
Oh, right stuff.
Yeah. Juan,
I'm gonna have to go Apollo 13.
did you ever see Right
pussy.
Stuff? Juan?
No, I have not.
That was a
So-
good movie. That was a good movie. And the
was
scores
good.
are
Oh,
87 for Apollo 13 and 90 for The Right Stuff.
I would have
Blue-
never guessed.
I wouldn't
that,
either.
man.
That's why I put
Blew
it
my
together.
streak.
Wow, man.
You effed up and got it right.
Oh my
wait.
goodness! I would have never thought that.
All right. Next is invading alien movies.
Oh,
World of the
man.
War.
Battle Los Angeles
I like it.
versus War of the Worlds.
That was
Alright.
Tom Cruise, wasn't it?
My turn.
That was Tom Cruise. The other one was Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah.
Two-Face.
I'm
I
going with
did
the
like
Tom
Battle
Cruise
of
effect.
LA. Yeah, Tom Cruise. He doesn't make
That's
a
what
bad
I'm
man.
going with. War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds for Jake. Juan.
World of the Wars. I mean, and the reason for it is because everybody always talked about the radio show, right? Like when you
Right.
talk to the old timers,
in the 30s or whatever it was.
in the
yeah.
30s, that everybody
Old-timers.
believed in it, and then And then you start, yeah, I'm talking about Eric when he was a kid listening to the radio.
Oh,
Listen to the radio because I didn't have a
they
TV.
all gathered around the radio on Sunday night.
that is a fascinating thing, though, isn't it? That
No,
phenomenon
but
when they did.
like the fact that people actually took it serious, and then
Yeah.
that's how, like, when the commercial for this came out, and I started hearing
Yeah,
about
they
the
played it
stories
up
about
like
the
that,
30s
right?
and- yeah.
Yeah.
So Tom Cruise, War of the
Okay.
Worlds.
So
Eric.
who is the guy? He's dead, long gone. Who did? He did the radio show, the voiceover.
Was it Hitchcock?
No, but like him,
Leslie Nielsen.
no. No, you know what, guys? I'm going to go Battle of LA because of the excitement that show had.
I liked it too. Yeah,
Man,
that
I
was a
mean,
good
they were
movie.
on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Battle of LA. Just
All right.
even though Tom Cruise is probably the guy.
Scores are 48 for Battle of Los Angeles.
Wow.
42 for War of the World.
Yeah.
That was surprising. I checked that 3 times. I
Did
was
it
like, the
tank that
audience scored
much?
it
Man, they were
42.
both horrible ratings.
Yeah, 48 and 42. They're both rotten.
Hey,
But
you're
I
not
did
talking
like Battle
about
of
Dan
LA.
Seymour, Eric, are
Yeah.
you?
I'm sorry.
Dan Seymour? No,
No.
he was an announcer.
Ball-headed guy,
Oh, here we go.
deep
Yeah.
voice. Okay,
Reverend Al
just give me a
Sharpton.
minute. Olson. What was his name? Reverend Al Sharpton. Yeah, it's him.
The guy from Allstate?
Oh,
The guy who
let's
used
see.
to announce the 100-year-olds with the grape jelly.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
Schmuckers.
The
Schmuckers
Schmuckers.
jelly.
Yeah. All right, showdown of space comedies. Space comedies coming. So we got Spaceballs versus Galaxy Quest.
Man, no.
Eric, pay attention. I know you're looking it up.
No, I wasn't looking. I'm trying to find the guy because you guys will know the name and you'll go, "Oh shit!" Now I understand. It was concerning the War of the Worlds. Yeah. All right. My turn. It's not my turn.
No,
it's
it's Juan's
Juan's
turn.
Okay.
Dude, we watch Spaceballs at least once or twice a year. So I might have to go with Mel Brooks. You can't go wrong with them. And then you got John Candy. It's like,
Yeah,
dude.
fair enough. Eric?
Galaxy Questers. Spaceballs more entertaining. Spaceballs.
And Jake.
Look, I brought it up beforehand. I do love Mel Brooks, but Galaxy Quest was funny.
Galaxy Quest has its,
And
I agree. Yeah, it's
I'm
fun.
going with Galaxy Quest.
Oh,
Trek versus Wars.
that's true. That's exactly what it was. The scores are
We're going plaid.
83 for Spaceballs, 79 for Galaxy Quest.
Right on. Right on.
All right, we're heading into the final rounds here.
1 and 6.
Jake, I think you're pretty much out of it. So,
Hey, the right stuff screwed me from my perfect record.
all right, these two shows can be, I think, are kind of considered cult classics in their own respect. Starship Troopers
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
versus Stargate.
Oh.
Stargate's a tough one, right? That was Kurt Russell. James Spader was in Stargate.
Oh, man, that flat top, the Kurt Russell flat top in
Yeah.
that movie was amazing.
Because he did like Universal Soldier or whatever that other. I think he just kept the same haircut. So
Yeah.
all
And I
right,
just watched
Starship
Stargate last week.
Starship Troopers 1997. Casper Van Dien, Denise Richards.
Great shower scene. Great
Yeah,
shower.
shower
that's,
scene with
that's all
Dina.
anybody remembers.
That's what we're all striving for in the military, the co-ed
Yep.
shower. Stargate 94, Kurt Russell and James Spader. Eric, you're up, baby.
Oh man. I'm gonna go Starship Troopers strictly because of the shower scene.
Oh, that's fair. That's a good reason,
That's
actually.
just entertaining.
I'll buy that
right,
reason.
man. Mm.
Jake?
Oh. I'm so bad at this.
You're trying not to choose it, which is just as difficult. So-
Exactly. Stargate. I got to go opposite Eric. I'll take the
You
other side.
always
I'll make that
do.
argument.
Okay.
Juanito.
So I love Stargate, and just
Yeah,
because it is one of my
I
favorite
saw
movies.
it on your rankings, way up there, actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna go
But
Stargate. Although I think popularity, I think Starship Troopers, but you know
No,
what? I'm going Stargate. I'm sticking with Stargate.
All
I might have
right.
jinxed it for you, Juan.
And the scores are 70 for Starship Troopers, 73 for Stargate.
I ain't buying it.
Okay,
two.
last choice or last competition. 2 movies separated by 37 years. All right. Close Encounters of the Third
Ooh.
Kind
That's a good
versus
one.
Interstellar.
McConaughey again.
Yeah.
I know this one, man. I know this one.
Why did you cheat?
No, you didn't.
No,
Okay.
Cheater
No.
pants. You got them cheater pants on.
I
Jake,
just
you're
think.
up.
Okay, I'll shut up. Till it's my turn.
I'm going with Close Encounters.
Close
That's what I'm going
Encounters. Juan?
Me too, just because I know like everybody always talked about this movie, and
Yeah.
it's like how scary it was. It was Steven Spielberg,
Yeah,
for this
yeah.
one. Oh, and then when you talk to people about Interstellar, you have to be like a space nerd to like really love it. I love the movie; it's a great movie.
It is
But when you
interesting.
talk to other people, they're like, "Oh, it was just long. It was slow." So
He's
Close
behind the
Encounters.
bookcase. What's he doing
Yeah.
behind the bookcase? Close Encounters of the Third Kind, 1977, Interstellar, 2014. Eric?
What's your call, Eric?
So picture this: Donald Trump sitting in Mar-a-Lago, thinking about creating another force because he watched fucking Close Encounters. That's how it happened.
That's your reasoning?
That's how it happened.
Is that-
Everybody was all over Close Encounters. They thought it was the best thing since sliced bread, man. Close Encounters.
All right.
Close Encounters was like when he was a kid.
Well, he's
teenager?
old. He's 76,
Oh,
but he was still watching TV.
Hey, don't bother him. He's rolling.
Yeah,
All right.
Scores
I like
are 85 for Close Encounters, 86 for
No
Interstellar
way.
by 1 point.
Oh, I would have
1
never
point.
thought.
Wow.
Ah,
Oh, let's see.
Still
my-
won,
why did
or
my
still
formula
beat
shit
by
the
Live,
bed
Die,
here?
Repeat, or whatever. Tomorrow,
that's
Edge of
true.
Tomorrow. Still beat.
Holy shit, Juan. I think you got 1. You got 1 point, Juan. No,
he
you got
did
2.
not.
You got 2 points. You got the right stuff, and you got Stargate.
Yeah, I did.
So you got 2. Jake, you got
Yeah.
3.
No, that was Jake. I got 3.
You got him the opposite.
Oh, sorry.
I got 2
sorry. Yeah,
points
you're right.
only.
You're right. Jake, you got 2. Juan, you got 3. Eric, you got 5.
6.
Oh, boo!
Oh, we got 5.
Yeah.
We
I got 5.
Eric,
Yeah, because I missed the last two.
It's
underground,
because he never
underground
why?
space aficionado. That's
He never-
what it
I
is.
don't know how he does it. Eric wins most of these competitions.
He never wasted his brain cells like on education, so
Yeah.
he did it on football. So that's what it was.
Yeah, he's the dumb
Is it-
security forces
Playing football, not being
football
at work.
playing, OnlyFans having, body
Building.
physique.
Jock.
Flexathon participation.
And he wins every trivia game we have.
Watches Flash Gordon all the time.
Flesh Gordon. I'm looking forward to watching that
Yeah, Flesh
preview on
Gordon.
YouTube. We should
In
watch
fact,
that.
we
on
should
the
have a
way out.
watch-a-thon, a live viewing on Eric's OnlyFans.
Oh yeah,
I
dude.
got him. I finally got him. H.G. Wells.
Oh.
You remember that guy?
Oh.
You
Yeah.
have been
Author.
checked out for 10 full minutes finding H.G.
So,
Wells.
I wasn't gonna let it go, man. I had to
That's
let it
the
go. I was
author,
like,
right?
Ah.
Yeah, that was the guy.
Yeah.
Well,
But I
he
don't think
also-
he's the
you
one who
wanted?
read it on the radio.
No, there was part where he did a voiceover for the War of the Worlds, where people heard his voice on the radio. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty wild.
I don't know.
Hey, I know we're not doing history tonight, but I wanted to
Why
give
not?
give guys a little piece of this. This is pretty cool. Before you sign
Yeah.
this off, so April has been a cursed month throughout history.
Really?
The tragic events that have occurred in the month of April is ridiculous.
Hit
And
me
I'm just
with
going to give you,
Yeah,
check
let's hear
this
it.
out. It's pretty amazing. So the first one, remember the Notre Dame fire? Notre Dame?
Yeah,
From like
yeah.
a couple of years ago?
Correct. April
All right.
15th.
Probably 10 years ago.
Assassination of President Abraham Lincoln.
April 14th.
April 14th.
Whoa,
The
Jake.
San Francisco earthquake, 1906. April 1st.
Whoa.
Fools
The
on them.
sinking of the Titanic. April
23rd.
15th.
Oh,
April 15th.
Jeez.
Okay.
All right, one close to home, the Ludlow Massacre.
yeah, right down south.
20th. Yeah, April 20th, 1914.
Whoa.
That was there in Colorado, Ludlow, Colorado. And there's a few
Wow.
others. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty neat when I was looking through these things. The month of April, they say it's cursed
Full of it.
throughout history. There's been
I mean,
tragic events that have occurred. And by the way, the Boston Marathon, the bombers, April.
Oh, shit.
April.
Yep.
It's like bad guys decide that April's a good month to kill people.
Whoa. It happened for the Romans too. They got Jesus.
Right? April, right? Think
Yep.
about
Yeah,
that.
Jake.
Think
Got
about
Jesus.
that.
You are right. Yeah.
Yes. Some crazy stuff there, man.
And the 22nd of April. 22nd of April.
What was that
Yep.
one?
That's my 20th anniversary.
I can't believe you went there.
Actually explains a lot.
Ludlow
I love you, babe.
Massacre, Boston bombing. Marty's
So-
marriage.
Huh. If only I had known.
It's just crazy
Ah, shit.
how
She's
many
gonna
things
kill me for that one.
occurred
You're
in
done.
April.
I know.
She won't watch.
I better end up after that. Holy shit. I might end life after that. It might be a
I know-
silent journey to Florida for our 20th.
I know a couple good lawyers if you need one.
And hey, Marty, my house isn't everything, but it's a safe space. So you're
Well,
welcome to the guest room.
If I knock on it at 1 a.m., you'd be like, oh, yeah, she saw the podcast.
Got
Damn
him.
it.
You're gonna wake
better-
up.
I will laugh my ass off and then pour you a drink.
Yeah. Could be another massacre. Who knows?
Happened in April.
On behalf of all of us here, I'd like to thank you for listening today. Please like, share, subscribe, let us know how we did in the comments, and make sure that next week you are not
Late for Changeover.
Guys, it's good to see you. Anna, we miss you, and everyone watching and listening. Thanks for listening and watching, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.